let's talk about the Moncus Park a year in review. When did the work on Moncus Park start so we can get an idea of how long this has been going on?
So, well, if you want to go all the way back to the beginning,
Yeah.
it's been 15 years since the beginning, the initial idea of Save the Horse Farm came into existence in 2005. So the long view, it's been about 15 years. In terms of the actual construction work that's been going on, it's been about 3 years. So we're in the middle of what we call phase two right now. So phase two started in the springtime of this year. So we
Okay.
wrapped up phase one about 2 years ago, and then we started a pandemic, and we went back and forth to open or not open. And in the meantime, we raised lots of funds from lots of generous benefactors, and we're able to get more amenities built in the meantime. So
Yeah.
we stayed closed, and in the process, we've got 6 new elements coming online early this coming spring.
Now, when I was out there for the Christmas event, which was really, 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 really nice, and I came out there at the end of it, and the turnout was still big. A lot of people are talking about, well, the park is officially open, because we always thought like the park was always open, but explain that to people.
So, well, I guess first off, so that people are clear, so I work, Moncus Park, I work for a park conservancy. So we're a nonprofit whose job is to develop and operate and maintain the park. So it's not a city park. The land is owned by the city,
Okay.
but the nonprofit has a 99-year lease with the city to maintain, develop, and operate the park.
Okay.
So our job, our mission as Moncus Park is to make that happen. So it's powered by people. So it takes volunteers, it takes memberships, it takes donations, large and small, any size works, to make this all happen. So what you may have heard during Christmas, during the Christmas event was, well, isn't it open? Was it open before? So before the construction started, it was, I guess I'd say it was loosely open.
I go see where you're going.
Construction, it definitely became too dangerous to have it open. And the reality is the construction project right now is on about 5 acres, and it's a 100-acre park. So we are creating creating an environment where we can continue to have the construction ongoing for the next few months, and then at the same time allow folks to enjoy the rest of the park.
Yeah. So what are you able to do out there at the park? I think I've heard even renting space. Am I going in the right direction with this?
Right. So for starters, starting today when we open this morning, you'll just be able to come out and enjoy the park as a park. So we've got over 2 miles of walking trails. There's a 4-acre lake. There's fishing. It's catch and release. There's a dog park. So it's a social dog park, small dog park, but it's an off-leash dog park. It'll be permitted, so there'll be a small fee, but that'll ensure that we maintain it properly, and that we can have some rules in place that create safe environment for dogs to be off-leash. But those are kind of some of the core elements. And then as the spring progresses into the summer, the rest of the elements will come online. So we've got a splash pad, we got a playground, we got a tree house, there's a veterans memorial, and then lastly the amphitheater and a restroom as well. And then the amphitheater will open. So once all those pieces are open, there'll be plenty of opportunities to rent space for weddings, for parties, as well as we'll have our own events that we just similar to what we did at Christmas. But we'll also have the opportunity for other folks, businesses, and other groups to rent out space in the park as well for their own events.
Yeah, and then the farmers market will remain there in that space where it's at as of now, though, right?
That's
there
right.
There won't be no change for that.
Right. Every Saturday morning, 8 to noon, the farmers market occurs. So interestingly, the exciting part there is this coming year in 2022, we'll begin construction on the farmers market pavilion. So there'll be a pavilion in that front space that will house not the entire farmers market, but it'll be big enough that some vendors will be under roof, some will spill out into the opening, and that space will, once that's complete, that space will also be available to rent for for parties or wedding receptions or whatnot as well.
Yeah,
When it's not being rented, it will be just a space that folks can use.
yeah, and the park is ran by a board, basically, or
Right. So we're a nonprofit. I work for a board of directors.
okay.
About 20 folks throughout the community, leaders in the community that are part of the board, and they help direct the operations. I have a staff of about 12 folks, ranging from event planners to development directors and fundraisers to groundskeepers. So we got to maintain everything from changing the chlorine in the splash pad to taking out the trash and making sure the grass looks good.
Yeah, and what is it, JP, that you would like people to know in this new year when it comes to Moncus Park, and I think access to it? Because, I think, we kind of feel like, well, only when there's something going on, but like you said, it's open. It's a park.
It's a park. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
absolutely. People should, I mean, it's a park. It's a place to go. I mean, and in this, as we live through this pandemic, we all know we need to get outside more. We need to detach from our screens. So, I mean, it's just a great place to unplug, get out with some friends, whether it's just to throw a Frisbee or to take a walk around the lake or just sit on a bench and enjoy nature. Yeah, we want people just to come out and enjoy it. It's everyone's park. And I mean, I think the real message with that too is that there's a way for everyone to participate. So like I said earlier, it's powered by people. It just does not happen without it's a park for everybody, but it also is going to require everyone's participation to really.
What do you mean by require everyone's participation, JP?
So like I said, there's no, we're not part of the city budget. So all those the things that I mentioned that groundskeepers take care of, we got to pay for all of that.
That's
so
true.
Whether it's taking out the trash or cutting the grass or buying chlorine tablets, that all costs money. And, like we all know, nice things cost money. So we've got to, we all have to chip in. So whether it's, an annual membership just to be a friend of the park at $50 or $60 or $100 a year, or, we've got opportunities to buy bricks in the Veterans Memorial, or you can get your name inscribed in a boardwalk for the treehouse, or there's certainly opportunities for larger gifts, like if you want to remember someone for a tree or a bench. So there's lots of opportunities, and we also need people's time. So we'll be reaching out to folks this year, community partners, for all kinds of programming that we'll be doing that will need help. I mean, a small staff of 12 can't put this all together without help from lots of other people in the community.
That's true. So how is it that people find out about that information if someone's watching and say, you know what, maybe I'll do a brick, maybe I'll do a membership? How do they go about that?
For sure. Well, our website has a plethora of information. So if you go to moncuspark.org, that's the best place. There's lots of menu options to click on. Right smack in the middle is a button called Donate. And that's not only to donate money, but that's also to donate time. So there's volunteer opportunities there that you can sign up to be on a list that we can reach out, whether that means helping at an event like we just had with Christmas in the Park, or you want to just come out and help us weed flower beds on a Saturday morning. That's an option too. So there'll be opportunities to participate, whether it's with your time or with a group, a community group in town, or just with maybe your business organization, or just by yourself and meet some other new people.
That's true. That's a good idea. Even with your business organization, like a group, you do it as a yearly kind of thing, like a community giving.
That's right.
That's interesting. That would be nice. I like that, JP. Okay, so is there anything else you would like people to know in this new year for Moncus Park that I may have missed?
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, we've got 6 new elements coming online this year that started. We thought we'd be done, I'll be honest, with the year in review, with the rain that we had in the early spring. We're just behind with the construction project. So asking for a little bit of grace and patience, but we're getting close. We're definitely over the halfway mark. So we're on the downhill slide to finish things up in the late spring. And then, we'll have lots of opportunities to get folks out and celebrate. Each one of the elements as they come online, celebrate them with community partners and the donors that made them all happen. We definitely need to say thank you to a lot of people. So be looking for things in the spring as we talk about all that. In the meantime, you can just come out and take your dog for a walk.
I like, I kind of like this rollout. I know it's been going on for a while, but it makes the park always feel like it's something new coming,
Right,
which is almost nice to an extent, like, oh, what's new? What's next?
Right.
What's
So
next?
it'll be a little bit of a, in the restaurant world, they'd call it a soft opening. So
Yeah.
we're gonna open just a little. We'll open the door, let people come in, be respectful where the construction is going on, of course. Stay safe and stay away from that. But the interesting thing, you'll be able to, when you park in the parking lot, you'll be able to see the playground being installed. You'll be able to see the monument being erected for the Veterans Memorial, and then you'll be able to go for your walk or take your dog to the dog park, and then you'll watch it unfold.
Yeah, and the walking trail, how long is that again?
It's over 2 miles of walking
Oh,
trails.
nice. Food for thought, JP.
So there you go. There's a New Year's resolution if you need to get out.
I don't push it. JP, the executive director of Moncus Park, would like to come for Moncus Park, and we're looking forward to it. If you would like to participate, volunteer, give, there are many ways to give and be a part of this project that's available to everyone within Lafayette Parish and beyond. We want everyone coming into Moncus Park, because when you're in Moncus Park, you're in Lafayette. You're in Lafayette. JP, thank you very much.
Well, thanks for having me, Renee. Happy New Year.
Oh, same to you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.